So this is the 29 gallon, and you know, I feel really good about this tank. It's kind of a holding tank until I get my 75 gallon going, but I think the 29 gallon is such a perfect small tank that I have a whole new perspective on like a medium sized tank, because it fits, it fits the room. This is not gonna do it the best justice, but this piece of furniture, I mean, this is not doing it the best justice, but there are times when I walk into the room with certain lighting, because that light changes and it's got a very nostalgic light at night with this piece of furniture. And if I, it's sort of a temporary thing, but if I made this a little bit more copacetic, it's actually such a quaint thing to have. And then I kind of just sit in this chair and just sort of, veg out on my fish. But it's worked out so well with zero maintenance. What I did is I hooked up the 207, and you can't see it, but back there I have it hooked up to my under gravel. And the 207 basically fits perfectly. Well, I'm sorry. I have the thick, see, you can see the difference here. This is from the 207, 107 and 207, and this is the 307, the 407. It's thicker tube, well, anyway, the rubber that comes with the 307, 407, or the UV filter, that rubber, and this will fit too. You can actually squeeze this right in, but I'm not sure I got it. But one of the Fluval rubber adapters basically fits snug as a bug right into that 1-inch lift tube. And so what I did is, this is not a filter. I took out all the filter media, the mechanical filter media, almost 100% of it, and it's just 100% biologic media. Like really good quality, fine. Not the rings, like the highly. I got this great media. It looks like cereal characters from a cereal box. Anyway, so I got that packed with biologic media, with just a little bit of mechanical media, so that I can do basically zero maintenance, right? And you can see it's got good flow. So that's 100% flow. I'm never going to maintain this. Maybe I'll just open it for curiosity, not because I have to. And so I have the entire filter bed, and that doing my biologic filtration. So that biologic filtration is solved, zero maintenance. And then once a day, or I have this on a timer, my 305, 35 watts, 350 gallons per minute. I have that back there on that massive sponge filter, and I'll just run that like once a day, or once every 2 days or something like that, for a couple hours. And I'll show you what happens when you kick that bad boy on, because it's no joke, right? Next thing you know, you're getting some turbulence, right? So and that's just packed with filter floss. That's my Magnum 350 packed filter floss, and I did a video on that. That's just pumping away, and they'll, the fish kind of get tossed around a little bit, but they sort of like it in the middle of the day. One of the guppies had babies, so I had to pull out the female guppies. I think that might be one more female. Yeah. So I got to pull out the female guppies, because now I got millions of little guppies running around. Let's see if I can find one. There's one kind of skirting over the top. See him right there in the flow. Yeah, so this is kind of an overstocked tank, but I haven't had any deaths. One good way of knowing if you got it going on is you can get some sketchy neon tetra, some sketchy cardinal tetra, and if you have them for 6 months and you don't lose one of them from a sketchy place, or even they're just so hard to keep, you're probably doing something right. you know, if you're keeping these guys alive. But yeah, I mean, I got a ton of fish in here, and they seem content. I just cut that plant because it was getting ready to pop out, so I'm not sure what to. Anyway, this is all sort of temporary. I haven't really been able to dive in here. They're ultimately destined for a 75 gallon, so I just kind of set it up the best I can, but it worked out so well that I've been rethinking the 29 gallon, and I think the 29 gallon is going to become my new, like, tank of choice. They had babies. That's one of their little babies. And I got the fattest Corys. That's not it. I got this Cory that is so fat. Like, I'm worried it's gonna die, like it's gonna pop. And I don't think it's a disease. I don't know if it's overeating or if it's pregnant or what the hell's going on, but anyway, I think she's pregnant, and I need to like get the eggs out of her by doing some sort of water change, because I think she's just loaded with eggs. I don't know what the hell's going on. She's hiding somewhere. But I need to clean the glass. I was gonna do that yesterday, but this tank has been so great. And I just wanted to show you how I kind of set it up with the, you know, with the under gravel, and just kind of show you that, like, yeah, the plants aren't, they definitely could be better, but you can successfully have an under gravel with a planted tank. I've done zero maintenance. That's why there's algae. I just haven't been in here, and I will. I'm gonna spend some time getting in there and just showing a little love. But yeah, kind of showing you my setup. You know, and then I got the Higer light on the timer. Really, I like their timer. It's better than some timers. It could be better, but it's better than a lot of other timers. Yeah, so that's how I set up my 29 gallon.